extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Glad to have you with us at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, home to the UTSA Roadrunners. As we'll see a team from the American, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on a fellow opponent from the American, the UTSA Roadrunners. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So UTSA's offense will get the first crack at it here. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
The Roadrunners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Caught in the backfield, it's McCoy. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Wants to throw. It's McCown. The short hands. It's McCoy. Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That was a really well-run route on the curl to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, too, by the receiver, getting his depth and then finding space in between the defenders, giving his quarterback a nice target.
And the Roadrunners will line it up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle, it's Thomas. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Roadrunners are on the move. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it out quickly.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Roadrunners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
The Roadrunners kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking for a man. It's McCown. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Well, Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Green Wave offense heads onto the field for their first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. They go to the ground. He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
Yeah, and he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Reads it, fires complete. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's McCown. Here's a heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And the Roadrunners will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Makes the quick grab. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Preston. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And just nowhere to go with the football for that quarterback. The defense in a nickel. They had extra DBs on the field, doing a nice job in the back end covering, and just no receivers able to get open.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. And the returner will be knocked down. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's McCown. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets them up. 1st and 10 from the 36. They'll send the back in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The Roadrunners getting set on 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's McCoy. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Timeout, Tulane.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give on the inside. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, UTSA. Well, get It's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Catch in the middle, it's Hayes. And they swarm him under.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
The Green Wave trying to move the chains on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Bohannon. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Caught over the middle, it's Hayes. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Tulane just a few inches away, might take a shot on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle, it's Bohannon. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Reed. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
At the 31. 2nd down coming up.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in San Antonio, and we've had a lively first half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Alamo Dome.
And the Roadrunners will kick it away to start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score. All of a sudden, your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Breaks into the open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
Tulane using that big run to generate momentum. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Off play action. He lofts one down the sideline. Touchdown, Tulane! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Off the RPO, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's McCown. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Grabbed behind the line, it's Preston. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. The play-action fake. Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Green Wave lines up mere inches away from converting on third down. They'll run the sneak for it.
On the sneak. No gain on the play. First down for the offense.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Reed. Oh, he's got some space. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And that's a first down for the offense.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Quick completion to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Leaves it with the back. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
Looking to pass. It's McCown. Makes the catch. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Oh, better look out. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Offense gets set for second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Roadrunners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Unloads quickly. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to throw, it's McCown. Caught close to the marker, it's Thomas. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And the Roadrunners had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. The RPO, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO feed. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
Using his legs, it's Henry. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Off the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Henry. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Trying to get rid of it. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Absolutely perfect. And now they've taken the lead in the final 2 minutes and set the stage for a great finish. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Completes it in the middle. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage, too.
This defense knows that turnovers win games. And here in this 2-minute situation with the lead, they've got a chance to shut the door if they can create one, and they did it right there. Great job getting that ball on the ground and then being there to fall on top of it. They're going to leave here with a W.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. 3-point lead, put together a great drive here, Jesse. You can turn it into a 2-possession game.
Let's do that. Let's get a touchdown on the board. Let's find out where our playmakers have the best matchups. Let's exploit those, David.
And it would put our defense in such a great position. Fourth quarter, 2-possession lead. It makes it easy to play defense.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Tosses it incomplete. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, obviously here in the fourth quarter trailing, they're going to be throwing the ball, trying to get back in this game. Couldn't come up with it there on second down. They're expecting them to throw it here on third.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Reed. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
That's a first down for the offense. Tonight's final score, UTSA 20, Tulane 14.